Okay, I want to specifically talk to you about the GDI injector circuits. Now, we cannot operate these injectors with the conventional 12 volts like we did on port fuel injected systems, simply because we have excess of, 1,500, 2,000 PSI in the rail. So what we're going to do on these vehicles, the PCM is going to capacitively charge two injector circuits at the same time. Now, if you look at my schematic, you might want to draw a line between injector number 1 and 3 capacitor. These two injector circuits are going to be capacitively charged at 65 volts at the same time. Then draw a line between injector number 4 and number 2. They're also going to be charged capacitively at the same time. Now, these are sequentially injected engines, so the injectors are going to be pulsed sequentially. When a PCM wants to pulse number 1 injector, it's simply going to supply the ground for number 1 injector. Now, it's important for you to understand one thing. The only thing that's going to tell you whether or not the injector drive circuit is working or not is with a lab scope, which will demonstrate for you. A test light will not work, your Noid lights will not work, a multimeter not work. The only thing that's going to verify the injector drive circuit on these vehicles in the event that you have a no start is a lab scope. Now, you can look at a voltage trace, which we'll do, or you look at the amperage waveform, which we'll do. We'll look at both of them at the same time. So let's go ahead. We'll go to the car. We're going to probe. We'll pick on number 1 injector. We're going to probe those two circuits. You're going to see the injectors are going to be capacitively charged at 65 volts. And then the other waveform, which will be the voltage trace, is going to be pulled to ground when that injector is commanded on by the computer. Okay, like I said earlier, on the GDI injector drive circuits, multimeters will not work, Noid lights will not work, test lights will not work. The only way to actually see if the injector drive circuit is working is with a lab scope. Now, you could actually take a lab scope on, use channel 1 and channel 2 on a voltage trace and look at it that way, or the easy way would be to take an amp probe and just clamp around one of the two wires that go to the injector. So if you see an amperage waveform, that simply means that the PCM capacitively charged the injectors and supplied a ground. Current flow went through the injector windings. If you look at a lab scope right now, you can look at the amperage waveform that we saved. You can see the amperage is peaking about 13 amps, is holding about, looks like about 7 amps, and it turns off at about 2 amps. So because current flow went to the injector, this obviously is a good injector drive circuit off of a GM GDI gasoline direct ejected vehicle.